This video is for Todd Walnuts DVD giveaway. These are my top 5 vampire flicks. The first one is The Stranger. This is fairly new. It says Eli Roth Presents. He really had nothing to do with it other than producing it. It's basically about a guy who suffers from a virus, which is basically being a vampire and needing blood to survive. But it's a fairly decent movie. It's a little confusing at times, but in the end, it all comes together. And all in all, I'd give it about 3 out of 5 stars. My next pick is the classic The Lost Boys. Now, I mean, what can you really say about this movie? This movie's totally amazing. It's a classic. It's an 80s classic. I mean, Kiefer Sutherland's in this. Jack Bauer, before he was Jack Bauer, he was kind of an asshole in this movie. Of course, he and David really didn't get on. David and the protagonist really didn't get along too well in this movie, but in the end, we all know what happens. And if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert: the old man ends up being the alpha vampire, and they're defeated. So that is my number 4 pick. Number 3, Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood. Now, I know this just recently came out from Scream Factory, but I saw this when it first came out back in the 90s with Corey Feldman and Dennis Miller. It's a very funny movie. It's very enjoyable. It's got a lot of laughs, a lot of funny parts. Sometimes it's a little hard to follow, but all in all, it's not a bad flick. I mean, it's we're checking out and worth part of the collection, especially if you're a Scream Factory collector and connoisseur like I am. So that would be my number 3. And my number 2 is, of course, Life Force. Now, anyone has seen this movie and knows this movie is amazing. It's basically space vampires. And the woman here, she's amazingly beautiful in this movie, and she's just totally manipulative, and she manipulates the main character through the entire movie, basically. And basically they turn London into a vampire hell, and they just basically wreak havoc, and everyone turns into a vampire, and you don't know who to trust. So anyways, that's that. And my number 1 pick will probably be a lot of people's number 1 picks, is Twilight Time's Fright Night. Now, I have not even opened this yet. I ordered this off eBay. It has still not been opened. I have seen it, but I have yet to open it. But this is by far my favorite vampire flick. Anyone who's seen this will agree with me that this flick it's amazing. The remake really sucks. This movie is amazing. Roddy McDowall does great in this film, and yeah, great film. So that is my contest entry for Toddy Walnuts DVD giveaway. Alright, thank you.